So guys, the first one was just too fast. So I decided I'd just do one more, and if it's short enough, add it onto the same clip, or I might have to post it as like a part 2 or whatever. But bear in mind, you can keep your spells. You don't have to keep them for face. You can use them for removal all you want, because you have enough minion power, let's say, to do lethal. Obviously, it'll go much quicker if you're able to pull off spells to the face. Excuse me, but you can use them for removal, no problem. But the whole idea is that you don't need to, because your minion should do the removing for you. This is assuming that you draw correctly, but the curve is good enough. You should be okay. Oh my god. All right. So it can be done. We are looking for Snow Chugger, and we're praying he doesn't get a War Axe. You've really just got to keep that armor to a minimum. We're not a freeze mage, so it's a little bit better, but it's still highly in their favor. Okay, let's see. So this is good. This will buy. That's like a perfect opening hand against this, because it'll buy. It'll either drain out his War Axe or buy us time to pull some better countermeasures, like an Ice Lance, for example. So when we're ready to drop our mechs and stuff, turn before we want to trigger our Goblin Blast Mage, we can freeze him as well. It just depends on what he has. Hopefully we get just an armor up and pass. Okay, that's good. Now we can drop this guy here, kill his armor so we can't shield slam it. Warrior, you always got to be careful though, because turn 5, your board's too big. That shit will get brawled. Okay, so he will lose that, so he still shouldn't be able. He can armor up and shield slam in the next turn, but he most likely won't. Maybe he will. But in case he does get a weapon, we will just go ahead and freeze that. We really want to get this Goblin Blast Mage on board while there is a mech. We should have done that first. We would have gotten 1 extra damage with our Mana Worm. That's good. He's still a mech. Do 2 damage to him, please. Awesome. So now he really serves as no use to us, and we don't want to make the board too intimidating, otherwise we're going to get brawled. So we will do this. So you see, we didn't use any spells on removal, and we still were able to clear the board. And even if he does brawl us, we still have another mirror image in hand, but unfortunately we don't have any good minions to follow it up. But we're sitting okay. He's already wasted 1 shield block also. No armor. So that's good. We are going to get executes next turn, which is a little bit unfortunate. Let's pull and see what we get. That's really good. This deck often runs Sludge Belchers, if not 2 of them. That's a really good pull. And because he's going to trigger this guy right here next turn, the Death Rattle, which will deal 1 damage to all minions, it'll all be within the capabilities of being executed. So we will leave it alone, and then next turn we will drop our 3 mana Black Knight with Mirror Image. But I mean, he is like dangerously close to lethal. In fact, I think we have lethal. I think we do. So even though he was able to, he didn't necessarily have the fireworks, it really wouldn't have helped him because we had our mirror images and we had a second mirror image. So you see control, even against a classic control warrior, no, it's really not a problem, this deck. Very versatile.